Hello there, everybody, and welcome today to what is probably the final episode of Octopath Traveler. Today, I will be trying to take on the final boss. I've read a couple different things online. I've tried to stay as spoiler free as possible, and I haven't been looking up advice. I've been trying to get an idea mostly of how long it would take. Um, in those travels of looking up information, Um, I've come across something that is probably going to dictate how this goes today. A couple people stated something along the lines of you have to use all eight of your characters. Obviously, our characters 5 through 8 have not seen much of the light of day. So if it turns out to be true that we need all 8 characters, we're going to lose, and that'll be it. I might play it on my own just to try and beat it on my own someday, but as far as this series goes, it'll be done, with exception to maybe I revive it someday in the distant future for one more episode. If it's 4 characters, maybe we have a chance. We did beat the other bosses. I expect this to be harder than the other bosses, but it would be within the realm of possibility, I guess is what I'm saying. So, without further ado, let's get going. Everyone healed up and everything? Yes. Here we go. The journey's end. It's a shame you can't save, at least after the gauntlet. No, it is 8. Oh, boy. Well, we lose for sure then. Oh. Well, I need Cyrus and Tressa on different sides for magic's sake. Tressa can live better than Cyrus, so we're gonna do that. Might not be Hanit. I'm just trying to bunch them up. So we'll have Primrose and Oberic on opposite sides too then, for healing purposes. So how am I gonna split you 4 up? Ophelia does add healing magic just like Cyrus. I guess something like this. This is not gonna go well, but we'll give it an attempt.
You?
Quite the stubborn ones, aren't we?
Why, yes.
Where's Kit? That's the question on your lips, isn't it?
Kit.
Why, he's right there, standing before your eyes.
Just so.
The 13th god, Galdera, the Fallen. He and Kit are one and the same.
The Gate of Finis.
Was created to seal Galdera beyond the boundaries of this world. And the Crossford family, you see, comes from a long and ancient line that carries the stuff of the Dark God in their veins.
But in truth,
Many years ago, I led Graham, Kit's father, to this same place. I told him that by coming here, he could return his beloved to the land of the living. A lie, of course, but one he was all too willing to believe.
and then.
All was proceeding according to plan, but in the end, I underestimated the strength of the man's spirit.
Oh.
The ritual failed, and Graham escaped somewhere, though he hardly resembled himself anymore. This time, though, will be different. This time, I will not fail.
It begins.
At long last, Galdera shall rise again, and all the world will know his fury. You too have an important role to play on this historic day. Your flesh, your blood, your very soul will feed the dark god and make him give him strength. Father, can you hear me? Father, your daughter calls for you.
Galdera, my
Oh,
father.
Father, pray show mercy on these poor, wretched souls. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to attempt this. If we lose, I hear you, my daughter. If we lose, I don't think I'm going to call this a finale, but here's how it's going to work. If we lose, like I assume we will, then I will play and try to grind up off camera I'm not going to make a promise on if that'll be a week, months, years, whatever. But I will play it on my own time at some point. And if I ever get the other 4 characters up to the same level as our main 4, then I will go ahead and do the other 8 rematches, like boss rematches off camera, and continue right here again with another attempt. That's only going to be the case, again, like not right away, so if we lose, this series will go on postponement until I decide to do that. But let's see how we fare first. If we get close, maybe I'll be more motivated to do that more quickly. Alright, let's see. Everything's still going right with the recording. Great. Oh, Father, at last we are together. My daughter, for fulfilling your fate, I bestow upon you eternal slumber. What a way to say thank you. Brave souls, you too have earned the same reward. So come, let us consume all life on this world. Let us consume the gods themselves. For now in eternity, there is only us. There is only Galdera.
Better roll up the sleeves.
Oh, that's lovely imagery.
Letting the hunt beginning.
Oh, I see. He's using one of the bodies as like a sidekick or whatever. Yeah, okay. Oh, this is not great for us. Sure. 0. Oh, we have to beat the other thing first. Well, there goes Alphen. That's kind of how I expected it to go for these other characters. Well, we get 2 turns of Olberic before we have to attack again, so I guess we'll do this. Good thing I have so many of these. Because we're going to be using them a lot, I'm sure. Alright, Scholar Skills. Actually, let's just do the 1 so we know what you're bad against. Light magic, of course. Did it say 50,000 for the thing helping it? Oh, gosh. Can we even hit it? I don't think we can hit it because it went to 0 before, didn't it? Olberic, just defend for now while I figure this out. Alright, Honet's down.
Bring it on.
At least he has Vivify, so I don't have to use a revive every time.
I still have...
Oh, and Cyrus is going to die fast too, huh? That's how this is going to go? I mean, it's true Cyrus is not my most durable character, but this is going to suck if these 3 characters are all going down in one shot all the time. Well, we're going to lose this. We are going to lose this. You know what? We have it all. Just for the heck of it.
I wreak havoc upon thee.
We did damage to something. Oh, yeah, great. As if that was a problem.
Have I...
We lose. Wow. So that's a thing. That was a short video. No, just so from what I can gather, this is gonna be very rough. So I guess what I'm gonna do, because that wasn't even close, kind of wish instead of splitting them up, I would have done all 4 just to see how far we could have gotten with those 4. Well, I think instead what I'm going to do is we're going to spend the next couple minutes reflecting on the game. And maybe if I have a positive reflection, I will be more inquired to, or more inspired, I should say, to do the off-camera grinding. First things first, I give this game an absolute 10 out of 10. The only exception being I don't like how they handled, like, not being able to save in the gauntlet. Like, for example, I had beaten the 8 boss fights, like the rematches. I would love to be able to grind up and then just go straight to Galdera again. The fact that if I want to do this, I have to go through all those fights again and Galdera, that's problematic. At least we have everything in our inventory again, though, all the items, if I did choose to go that route. So I guess if you're counting the ending, like how they ended the game, I'd say 9.5 out of 10. But the rest of the game was still so good. All 8 stories were great. All the chapters were great. Clearly my favorites were these 4, Olberic, Primrose, Tressa, and Cyrus, but I liked all 8 characters. This game was a lot of fun, and I absolutely will play it from beginning to end again in the future, and probably do different job class combinations, and probably use the other, if not all 4 of the other 4 characters, then mix it up so at least a couple of them are in the group. Because I will say I am partial to Olberic. That was probably my favorite character. So I could see myself doing like Olberic and 3 of the others, or Olberic, Tressa, and 2 of the others. You get the idea. Great game though. I've really appreciated it. And the music is great. I've gotten to listen to the music some when doing a couple of those fights off camera to catch back up to where we were after the first 2 videos of this gauntlet. So I really like this game a lot. I mean, I know I don't have a whole lot of excitement on my face at the moment. Some of that's because of how much we got handled by the boss, like just utterly destroyed like seconds in. So that's kind of capping the excitement a little bit. But holy cow, this was a great game. This was a great game. Something like 75, 80 hours. I know the official save time up there says 60, but you know, when we lose, we get set back to a new save spot. So it's really more like 75 or 80. Absolute great game. For the like 4 people that haven't heard of it, I would absolutely recommend it. Can't wait to play Octopath 2. That'll be played on YouTube at some point. I'll probably take a short break though, as you can see above me here. Try to finish up a couple more games that aren't done yet, like Maneater and NFL Blitz. Have some fun short games in there like Hollow Cure. Or by the time of this recording being released, we finished Ruby Arrowfell. Also finished The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. So like some shorter games like that, they're still fun. But yeah, when I get back into doing a longer RPG game again, right now the candidates are Bug Fables, Octopath 2, and Live Alive. The idea is to play all 3 of those at some point on the channel, but since they are longer RPGs and JRPGs, they obviously won't be at the same time. More than likely, what I'm going to do is similar to the model I was using for the hockey series, which that will be resumed at some point in the future too, once we get some of these others caught up. I think the model moving forward is I usually have videos come out 3 days a week. So we'll probably have, once we get these above me done and caught up, probably have like a longer series like a longer running series be like Fridays. And it'll either be longer videos to make up for the fact that it's one day, or even if it's shorter videos, it'll still be once a week. But the idea is that that'll be the same game every week. So, for example, if we had a 52-parter, it would take a whole year, 52 weeks, but it would consistently get done, as opposed to me doing a little bit, shelving it, doing a little bit, shelving it. And what we would do is with the other 2 days, those might be the shorter games. They're your 30-parters, 20-parters, 10-parters, 5-parters. So I think that's kind of the formula I'm going to go with moving forward. For example, looking at what's above me, if you take out Octopath for the time being, it would be Hollow Cure would be one that's going to be like a handful of episodes. Maneater will also probably for the time being be a handful of episodes. They'll be longer, probably like an hour, hour and a half each, but just a few more there while I wrap that game up. NFL Blitz will just be a few episodes. And then after that, we'll have, like I said, kind of a shorter window and a longer window for the 3 days each week. Like a short series and a long series coinciding. But that's kind of where we are. Like I said, Octopath Traveler, great game. All the characters were wonderful. Can I see the other characters in this, or just my 4? Oh, wait, miscellaneous should do it. Not miscellaneous. Come on, journal. There we go. So, Olberic, great. Primrose, wonderful. Alphen, wonderful. Therian was fun. In fact, I think that was some of the better wit in the game. Hanit was fun. Ophelia was great. Liked her character a lot. Cyrus was cool. Oblivious at times, but cool. Tressa was wonderful. Like, they were all wonderful. Like, I loved every minute playing this game and making this series. I wish I could have had a more satisfying conclusion. Like I said, I will, instead of titling this series Octopath Traveler Finale, I'm just going to label this one Episode 77, because I may come back and try to, I may try to grind those other 4 characters up in level and give that another go, but it probably will be a while from now. I know that in addition to the 3 other series above me, that I gotta play Pokemon Revolution to start getting things ready for the 2025 Pokemon Draft League. We've already got things kind of set up for this year's 2024, well, upcoming 2024 Draft League. But the 2025 one will be different, because since we got to use Battle Revolution, I have to provide all of the Pokemon in that one. So that means I have to go catch all the Pokemon for that one. So it's going to need probably a year's time or so to set that up. So I'll be filming Battle Revolution content at some point because I'll have to play Battle Revolution to unlock all the different battle arenas, or at least more than one anyway. I don't know if I'll beat the whole game, but like get enough that we have a couple different battle locations. And then I'll have to, like I said, play the other Pokemon games, like the handhelds, to get all the Pokemon for said league. So between the series above me, Pokemon Battle Revolution, some of the other Pokemon games that I have to play to get Pokemon for Battle Revolution, and maybe even a longer, like I said, RPG or JRPG, like, let's just pick a random one, Bug Fables again. Like, that game would be long enough. I would imagine it's about as long as, like, say, Paper Mario, since that's what it's inspired off of. So that's like a 30-part series right there, if I did that. So I will try at some point in the future, if time allows me to come back at a later point and maybe try that fight again for YouTube here. But I'm not going to make any set promises on what date, like when it's going to happen, what year, what month, what day, what week, because I don't know. I might just get into this game a lot off camera and have them grind it up in a week. I might play other stuff both on camera and off camera and get distracted and come back to this a year from now and do it. So I'm not going to promise when I'll do it, but I will try at some point to make another attempt that's hopefully a better attempt. But this game, it doesn't change the fact that this game was wonderful. I really liked it. It's definitely one of the better JRPGs I've played. Up there with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Dragon Quest 11. I mean, the Pokemon games aren't quite JRPG. I mean, they are from Japan, but they aren't, the 100-hour games unless you're doing competitive stuff, which I do. But it's up there with Pokemon, Fire Emblem. Like, I mean, this is a great game, and I'm very excited to play both Octopath 2 and then Live Alive, because Live Alive was made by pretty much the same team to some extent. At the very least, there's some overlapping. But anyway, the Switch version of Live Alive, that is. So I'm excited to play the Octopath 2 and Live Alive. This game has been wonderful. But unfortunately, for the time being, at least until I have that later episode, this is sort of a pseudo finale episode. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. You know, all that YouTube nonsense. And thank you for listening to me go on and on. I'll see you next time with one of these other series. Bye-bye.